So tell me, I mean, if you've never looked forward to payday this whole year, like you have this month, all year, like you have this month, raise your hand and let me see something. Like the suffering has hit you so hard that you had to borrow money, all right, for transport to go to church. Someone had to dash you something small for collection. If that is your story, raise your hands and let me see something. I mean, if like me, you had to change a particular note, say 15 Ghana, so that you can do 2 rounds of the collection in church and still manage to get some coins for kinky in the evening. Oh my God. Raise your hands and let me see something. I want to see something. And also, if you owe quick loan and your client sends the exact amount of money you owe to your account and you are frustrated, angry and sad, but you can't do anything, raise your hands and let me see. And if you had to pack your car and pick Trotro to work just so that the week can end in peace and not in pieces for you to, oh yeah, raise your hands. Well, if you can relate to any of these stories, I have good news for you. Come on, I said I came to tell somebody I have good news for you. The good news is that you are not alone. You are not, I'm telling you, you are not alone. Church, we are all suffering. Can I get an amen? No, but I see a turning around. Come on, I can see in the realms a turning around. Can I hear you shouting? Can I see you shouting? And I have good news for you. Good news is payday is coming. I said payday is coming, but I can also see in the realms fuel prices. They are jumping up again. Oh my God, they are jumping up again. Sad news. Grab a bottle of Belacco Active. Rise to your feet and let's cry together. Begin to cry to the Lord, Charlie, because it was over with all. Hey, you're blessed. Welcome to the show. This is Backpage on CTTV. My name is Caleb Kuda. So very often I get feedback from some of you. Some people reach out to me and they insult me because they feel that I handled some particular personality or particular issue in a way they didn't like. Some people also reach out and then they say, oh, we love what you do and keep it up and all of that. Thank you so much, guys. Now, Belacco Active is in town. Wherever you see it in town, know that they sponsor your favorite show and so that you can consume the week's news in the most rip-cracking and thought-provoking manner you can ever find on television. So wherever you find Belacco Active, please buy it. Also, if you want to send me some feedback as well, like others do, like I was saying, you can do that on all my socials, right? And Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Nina, those things. Caleb Kuda, that's just the name, right? And then I will continue to vibe. So this week, a couple of things have happened, right? We've heard that the lady who got pregnant actually faked it and then also got kidnapped. She has said that she did that to please her husband. Yeah, we are learning of that she did that to please her husband. That's quite shocking, right? And I'm not sure if the kidnapping was also to take us through, all of us through the frustration that we went through. I'm not sure what the family is thinking about now. I'm not even sure what is going through her mind right now, but we are told she's going to be put to court. So we'll see how that ends. But to those of you who have been giving human beings pressure to marry, pressure to make babies and things, have you seen? Yo. Now, come with me to Dr. Baumier's masterclass. It has some insights that explain the suffering that you and I spoke about early on. Just come with me to this masterclass. Let's go.
Teachers are suffering. Teacher trainees are suffering. Nurses are suffering. And nursing trainees are suffering. Patients are suffering. Students are suffering. Traders are suffering. Pensioners are suffering. Drivers are suffering. Contractors are suffering. Civil servants are suffering and farmers are suffering. Fishermen are suffering and industries are suffering. Artisans are suffering and Kayaye are suffering. The disabled are suffering and men are suffering. Women are suffering and children and Ghanaians as a whole are suffering.
Well, Dr. Bawumia, we may need to update the list because, hey, judges too say and magistrates they are suffering, my lords. Permission to let the world know.
As of September 2021, that's this month, we still have not received any fuel allowance for the year. Mr. Chairman, it is so frustrating to say the least. Mr. Chairman, without mincing words, we are so frustrated. We feel disrespected about the way our allowances are paid, as if it's a favor being done us. For so many years now, we have never been paid, in quotes, any fuel allowance. It has always been a refund. As usual, we use our own money from our taxed salaries to purchase fuel. This is later refunded after so many months and then taxed as if it was paid up front.
My lord, this one is called Sumuji because including fellow Ghanaians, and I'll explain that later. But there is one issue my lord complained about that left me deep in thoughts. In fact, I was scandalized small.
Aside the terrible noise created by the planes, the doors and other items shake when the heavy planes fly over. In fact, 2 days ago, one of my flower vases got broken. Because my house is the first, so I experienced the heaviest noise. Mr. Chairman, surprisingly, the contractor negligently failed to fix double glazed windows to curtail the noise. Every house in cantonments is double glazed, otherwise you can't contain the noise, but the contractor negligently failed to do this and used single glazed windows instead of double glazed.
Now, that's serious, and this needs urgent attention because, hey, if you are sitting for long hours, there is prango or what we call katagbaji or simply nail piercing you somewhere. And then if we don't take care, every 1 minute to be a case are drain. Every 1 minute to be a drain. Because, something which is there is making my Lord hot. And seriously, our judges and magistrates work very hard, sitting through long distance, and something must be done about this things ASAP, because also they are wearing long things and there's a lot of heat inside. Nobody sent them. But because anyway, I didn't say. I was shocked the last time on the newspaper review, someone stole plantain or so, and he was jailed like 10 years with hard labor. Please, I beg. I'm just saying that my lord's complaint needs urgent attention. Also, it appears my lords miss their former homes, the location of which is now the site for the construction of the National Cathedral.
The service lost so many bungalows to the cathedral project. However, it has acquired 21 townhouses at cantonments, and I'm happy to announce that a total of 21 justices of the Supreme and Court of Appeal have moved in to occupy same. Though they look very beautiful outside, they have some structural defects. The houses are directly on the flight path from the Kotoka International Airport. The force with which the heavy planes take off directly affect the houses. Aside the terrible noise created by the planes, the doors and other items shake when the heavy planes fly over.
No, it's the aeroplane noise for me, because it shows you we all have our own different problems. Because see, if you come to Babylon where I am, what wakes me up, no matter how deeply I sleep, is a tricycle that goes like to bola 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 bola. No matter how deeply you sleep, I'm telling you, wake up. But this one is aeroplane, and that's a bigger problem. And by the way, why do we have so many homes springing up around our international airport? Is there any wisdom that I am missing in this scenario? Because, I mean, has anyone wondered what will happen should my mouth is on bola, should an aeroplane do this thing, in such a fast-growing, densely populated, these estates that are close to our airport, what would happen? Or there is a new technology like an airbag that will hold the aeroplane in the air. Okay. Anyway, so judges are suffering. And wait, the thing we are doing to law students in this country, is it fair? Is it normal thing? Every year, massive failures. Like, I don't get it. Because, we know that people who are being failed all the time, they're exceptional students. But they keep failing. The most painful part is when you were the self-appointed TA teaching all your peers the hardest part, but you fail not to be failed. How? Law school, no? Is it a secret club or something? I don't understand. So law students, you are suffering. Now this one, after they make it, you think they will put the interest of the nation above their own, and then they will come and tell her you have to be patriotic and pay taxes. Anyway, everybody has to pay taxes, you understand? But, it appears we are consistently and actively profiting from the failures of young men whose only crime, and women whose only crime is to serve this country. But whom am I? A former Chief Justice say we don't want to do mass production of lawyers because mass production, in that logic, equals mediocre quality. Even though the government believes free SHS, which opens the floodgates for everybody to get educated, which they should, does not necessarily translate into poor quality products, even though there are loopholes everywhere. This whole logic sounds a bit schizophrenic. Somebody said it, but me, whom am I can't say that. Everywhere you go, Kambinanga, wahala, Kabinanga, wahala, Kabinanga, wahala here, wahala there, wahala everywhere. See, I'm telling you, there is so much wahala that some of the MCEs their victory speeches alone show how seriously the government is thinking of taking us. Hey! Oh my God.
I must sound a caution, though, that my arbitration will not condemn us methodology on the part of staff of this assembly as far as the service is concerned.
That's right. That's right. Living legend. You see, his admiration will not condolence mediocrity. Mediocrity has never sounded so mediocre. But you people, you think what? You think speaking English is equal to leadership? You think if you can't say mediocrity, you can't be DCG? Hey, you have to catch up. After all, the evidence of leadership is not in how eloquently you speak English. And Nana Twaso, more DCs and MCs. We don't care about the English. It's the quality. But the way, there was one of those MC Bernard interviewed on point of view. No, first of all, I loved her kaba and her Googles. She came with a prepared speech written for the Zoom interview. When Bernard asked her, every question he asked her, she read the speech to answer the question. Never mind if this part of the speech doesn't directly answer the question. So, what skill set do you bring to this complex office of MCE for Social and Social Assembly? Thank you very much for the question. I want to thank the President, Nana Akufo-Addo, and the chiefs. I also want to tell them that I like the job and I will do it. Hey, local governance was suffering. Refugees too was suffering. Ready.
You don't look too happy.
Because of breaking the camp. I don't get no place to go. I don't get money to rent. So we're begging them that they give us some time.
Okay. How long have you been here?
I've been almost 20 to 25 years now.
When did you move to the Budubram camp? Which year?
I came to Lumran camp in 1990.
1990, that means 31 years.
Then I go to Takoradi, then I come back again.
Okay.
So my husband my husband passed away. So now I be widow. Okay. So I don't get money to go and rent.
You know, there was a sad moment, but there was this woman with 4 boys we interviewed on About Town during the lockdown. I mean, through viewers of CCTV, we managed to rent. She rented for herself a better place, but that place is close to the camp. So I called to check on them, and she said, oh, they are not affected, except that where they'll be doing their business has been affected. But I've been just thinking about this young, brilliant girl and her family. I met the last time. Just look.
We have the pump running water to wash our hands, place for us to wear our nose mask, our glove, and our hand sanitizer.
Okay. So you want to go back to school?
Yes.
But are you happy being home?
No.
Why?
I miss my school.
Really? There is homework.
Okay.
And teachers can ship you, you know.
I don't care, but I love my school very much.
Really? Mm-hmm. What do you want to do when you finish school and you're a big woman?
I want to be a doctor.
Yeah? Good. You want to give Mama injections?
Yes.
It's dicey, I think, because you see, we said that it's no longer a refugee camp, but it has become a hideout for some criminals. Now, assuming everyone there is what we say some of them are, we have not made efforts to rehabilitate or in the extreme deport them, but we have scattered them far and abroad like we want to do so that they can visit crime on everyone else because it's a hideout for criminals. Is that the high sense I am missing, or my sense is suffering from some senseless nonsense? After all, the DC, when they ask him if there's going to be some compensation, he said, look at my office. How can you ask me for compensation? Stay with me. When we return from this break here, there is this legend. He describes all our suffering in a very beautiful way. I'll show you. Stay with me. Welcome back from that break. This is Backpage on City TV. My name is Caleb Kudanao. Remember to always stay hydrated and drink Bella Active. It will keep you going. Bella Active, stay true to originality. Now, if you still don't believe you're not the only one suffering, listen to this. An inmate has suffered for her premature freedom. So, a policeman at Nkamfwa in Cape Coast reportedly had sex with a suspect who was awaiting sentencing around 2 a.m. in the female cells, and then told her to go and sin no more. He said, run to your legs till your legs can carry you no more. You paid the debt you did not owe. I owe the debt you could not pay. You needed somebody. Run for your life. Hey, I kept constantly. I'm paying the maze. I ain't the maze. But then police will go in my Now to the legend I was talking about. His name is Abritriba Kofisame. Abritriba Kofisame. He will summarize all the suffering in a very beautiful way. Watch this.
No better day. When we talk say Ghana we dey suffer, we don't get the food. Now since this sickness, this since we dey suffer since. So now too we dey suffer. So no mind, it go good.
No, it's okay. No, me today we start the suffer. We the suffer since. No, but you'll be fine. I understand. I love the dressing and the dancing. It was beautiful. And then this voice, this part of the song, it's fire, man. Suffer.
Every day, suffer. Every day, tire. Every day, so many thinking every day, walk. Before you go top of
Legendary. Abritriba Kofisame. No, I salute. He's still going strong. He's 82, I think. Yeah, and he's still going strong. I'm happy he has been honored while he's still here with us, and I hope that we can do a lot more to celebrate him while he's here. Sadly, Nana Ampedu. Agata has tried his anymore, but now we are told that unfortunately he has done it to Chirebai. May his soul rest in peace, Charlie. May his soul rest in peace. Now, according to the family, when they got to the hospital, the doctor was asleep, and they tried to, but they feel he was nonchalant, like more serious. These things, when people complain, you won't appreciate it until, God forbid. God forbid. Doctor said, yes, why? Now, guess who is also suffering? Guess who? I told you we are all suffering. Now this one is my own. The time in the Terminator, nobody day. Terminator one, yeah. No. Terminator is suffering. He said that the people who are close to him, they are signing contracts that he has not. Show them.
Every day, I'm sure if you went to stand behind the windows in the corridor, you will hear the noise. And people were just because my signature was there, and this is a copy, and it was being generated. Only God knows how many came out per minute, per hour, and per day. So in this country, every single person, every Tom, Dick, and Harry in this country holds a copy of this and calls herself a contractor. It's not surprising we see all those shoddy work around. From today, this rubbish is stopped.
Hey, Terminator, is that so? Then I think you have to catch up and catch them. This is serious. We have to deal with them. Understand? Terminator will kill me. I don't suffer in this life. Actually, this one I'm about to show you will make you angry. Very, very annoying. Can you imagine? People have started stealing the road infrastructure used to for the safety of everyone on the brand new Pokwasi interchange. People are stealing. Whoa! And yet,
some people have come and dismantled the crash barriers that we provided to protect drivers or vehicles from falling off the retaining wall. And so far they've taken 10 out of the lot that we provided here. There are some other areas where what we call the ends, we call them the fishtails, they have been removed. Even though we have tack welded all the joints, and I'm sure we can show the viewers, they have been tack welded, but they come in, dismantle, and I don't know how they do that. Probably they cut or bring in their own welding equipment to remove these things.
Africa. No, just Terminator, this one, let me get you some Belagua active to calm you down, because I can tell you are fuming at the indiscipline. We have to deal with them, and you and I, no, we don't suffer in this world. No, but this is really bad.
Hey, suffer, tire. Tenga, walk out, I don't suffer in this world.
Yeah, now fellow Ghanaians is also suffering. You guess, I should tell you, After all the hard work fighting COVID-19 and keeping all those who managed to do some, keeping them around and all those things, anytime fellow Ghanaians will travel small pet, then a black boy is making noise everywhere. And a lifestyle, Deben, Lazarus, what. So now, government see it doesn't want any bad press again. After hiring all the Lazarus flights, we want presidential jets for greater works. And it has to be bigger and greater and better. Shout, I receive it.
And you collect that the Minister for Defense has made it clear that government has decided to buy a bigger jet to save us from all these troubles. I wouldn't want to go into details. I'm sure when the Minister for Defense has the opportunity to give further information as to what government is doing with respect to that, I'm sure he'll do that. But I know for a fact that, yes, as he has rightly indicated, government is already in the process of acquiring a bigger jet for use.
It's a good idea, I think. It will save us some money. Or, because you people are suffering, you want your president to suffer. You can't be serious.
I mean, what is this that we hear? That because the president cannot bath while he's in the air, he must go and buy a presidential jet. And therefore, we should be interested in providing for the comfort of the president when Ghanaians are reeling under economic hardships, misplaced priorities.
Master, if you like it or not, we will buy it. Now, according to the people, we need to help fellow Ghanaians to shower in the air. But Haruna Idrisu is no minority leader. So far past him, everything he do, they say he be compromised. He own people, they bash him. Do you remember what Sammy Jeffy wrote about him and the minority? This is why Dr. Bawumia said, we are all suffering.
Ghanaians as a whole are suffering.
Me too. I have suffered pain. So my very, very careful. Shre Saga reporting for Backpage. Refugee Salam. Wow. Hey, Rafik, we are legend. What's it? We are all suffering.